Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. For those of you who are new to me, I'm Erin Moore, founder of Success with More Nutrition, and today we're gonna rock out one of our absolute favorite recipes at home. I know I say that a lot, right? Our lime jalapeno chicken. So for those of you who don't like spicy, don't get scared away. I'm not a spicy person either. There is a little bit of jalapeno in this, but it totally isn't an overpowering spice. And this is so good. So definitely worth the try. And if that scares you, just leave that part out. I don't chomp into the jalapenos like my husband does. But what's great is you have them in big pieces and you can totally take them to the side. But so we're going to rock and roll. And this one's pretty simple. It's great for the grill, so when it's warm and you're grilling out, we make this a ton, and we love this marinade that I'm about to show you guys, dumped over shrimp when it cooks on the grill too. Kind of stumbled upon that by accident, and it's amazing. So the lime jalapeno chicken, the lime jalapeno shrimp, same marinade, just one's gonna sit over the chicken, one we dump right over the shrimp as it's cooking on the grill. I'll be cooking this up on a George Foreman today since we're dumped on and my grill is buried under snow, but both ways are absolutely delicious. So let's get rocking and rolling. We're gonna do some lime juice here in this recipe, and again, if you guys want the recipe for this, just go ahead and comment below and I'll send you over a nice printout copy of the full recipe. And then we're gonna do some oil. I'm actually using some roasted garlic oil that I absolutely love. The original recipe I think calls for canola oil, use some olive oil, any kind of grapeseed oil. They're all gonna do the trick. And then we have some white vinegar that we're adding on in. And then guys, cumin. This is one of my absolute favorite spices that I had no clue what it even was when I first needed to find it for a healthy recipe, but we use it a lot now. So anybody looking for the cumin, it's in just the regular old spices, and we use it. I usually add extra to our recipes. So this is calling for a teaspoon, and I usually just do a heaping amount of it because we like it so much. It's great in some of like the taco seasonings and things like that too. And then some salt. I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt in here. You can measure out some salt if you want. And then it calls for jalapeno. And I've just found that when we have the jars of jalapeno on hand, whenever I want to cook this or one or two other recipes that we cook with jalapenos, I can just kind of grab them out of here because sometimes you can't find them fresh at the grocery store, depending on the season. So, you know, or not ones that look so great. So I just tend to have this, and then I'm just gonna do a few scoops. I love these because they're in big chunks, so we'll still get the flavoring of it. But again, I can avoid the big chunks, and I'm not eating a jalapeno because that's not my thing. So that is really it, guys. So we put those few things together, and then we're just whisking it around, whipping it up, mixing it in. And then I went ahead and already have the chicken ready. If you are so brand new to cooking in general, healthy cooking, go back to my Chicken 101 video. You can go right up to the top to find any videos that I've ever done and click on videos, and you can scroll through by title which live videos you want to watch or what recipe videos you want to watch. But so in that video, I just kind of explained how I cut up the chicken. I also explained some really great ways about how to make chicken, just an easy, fast grab-and-go snack that you can literally eat while you drive down the road. So that's pretty convenient when we need to pop up our protein. But so I already went ahead and measured out my chicken. I actually had a huge pack of chicken and put some in here for this recipe, and then I have some set aside for another recipe. So I really like those because I can either double, triple up what I'm cooking, or I can make a few different recipes at the same time. But so then we're just going to dump this in here, and then here are where you get to make some different choices, right? So you can actually have a whole bunch of things like this all ready to go, raw, and freeze them in the freezer. And then on that nice first day of grilling, you pull this bad boy out, and you can thaw it out first, but you can grill this up, right? So it's already been sitting, it's already been marinating, defrosting, like great. I personally find that I would prefer to cook the food first and then freeze it, so that when I pull it out and it's defrosted, it's done and I don't have to do another step at cooking. I do all my cooking when it works and when it's convenient for me, but then I just pop it in the freezer, pop it in the freezer, pop it in the freezer, and then we just pull it out. And it's so fun because we can just look in the freezer and be like, oh, do you want lime chicken? Do you want the pork chipotle? Do you want some tacos? We like some Mexican flavored things around here. Do you want the raspberry chicken? Do you want da-da-da, right? And it's all in there because we've cooked extras of it every time. But so you can go ahead and cook this up and then go ahead and put it in the freezer. But you're gonna marinate it for about an hour before you do that. Or you can just have it ready to go in the fridge, and it needs to marinate for about an hour. I've cooked it before without it marinating that long because I'm like, oh crud, I forgot to da-da-da, and I let it sit for like 20 minutes, cook it up. It's still amazing. So don't get so caught up on the marination time. But this is great. Like, if I want to cook this up tomorrow, it's ready, it's good to go, all that good stuff. I am going to cook it today because I'm making this recording for you guys, but there's a lot of options in anything that we're cooking, to be able to freeze it and then cook it, to be able to cook it and then freeze it. For the things that need to marinate it for a short period of time, marinate it overnight, or maybe you get something going in the morning and then it's all set and ready to just really quick cook when you get home because it's been marinating all day. So when it comes to marinades, don't get too caught up on like, oh gosh, it said to marinate it for 2 hours. Yeah, some of that seasoning and flavoring gets in there pretty well, but you're still gonna have a really awesome dish regardless. So I'll be back once this is marinated and we're ready to cook it up on the George Foreman. All right, guys, so now we're back. The chicken's been marinating for a while. Sorry, earlier I realized that most of the time I was looking in the wrong place and not directly at you guys, so I'm gonna try to correct that. But so now I have the George Foreman going. If you have the grill going, it's great over the grill as well. But then we're just, sorry, I have an old George Foreman. I forgot to spray it down beforehand. My old trusty George Foreman, but we do need to spray this bad boy down because it's a little bit old. So, and then I'm just taking out my pieces of chicken, putting them right on the George Foreman. If you are brand new to cooking or brand new to kind of grilling or just like kind of, yeah, you got to have a George Foreman. I'm just telling you. I guess it doesn't have to be the brand George Foreman, but you got to have one of these. It absolutely makes this a great way to cook up some things nice, grilled up, super yummy. I just took the peppers out, guys, that we had in earlier, and just put them over on top of each piece of meat, as you can see here. And so I'm just gonna let that kind of sizzle up that way. And then again, my husband can enjoy those to eat. I'll pass mine along to him, but it'll give it a little bit of flavor as it cooks up. And it's that easy, but I'll pop on and show you guys the finished product in just a minute. All right, guys, so here we are. It's been about 5-6 minutes. These things are done, so I'm ready to take them out. Actually, even a little bit crispy on the top. Not as bad as it's showing in the camera, but we actually like that little bit of crisp, and you're gonna get that with the marinade kind of on there. And that's really kind of the, let me show you, the nice, crispy jalapeno. So they're all nice and cooked up, but all I do then is, if we're not gonna have them right away, I'm popping them right into a container and I can freeze them immediately, and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna pop these right into a container, make sure that I get our extra little jalapenos in here. I'll let that cool off before I freeze it, otherwise that steam will kind of just get more frost on the food. So I'll let it cool down for a while, probably put it in the fridge, and then today or tomorrow, I'll put that right into the freezer. So I hope you enjoyed the lime chicken recipe. Go ahead and just write in the comments recipe or yes or whatever. Sorry, I got a little bit of the smoke from the George Foreman, but and then I'll pop that recipe right over to you. But this is amazing, super simple. Serve with any side you like, a nice awesome salad, some rice, a sweet potato, whatever floats your boat. But this is awesome, guys. So enjoy and have a beautiful and awesome day. Keep healthy simple. Bye-bye.